I signed the divorce papers without a second thought. And I watched it happen. I thought I'd be free, but freedom doesn't come without a price. It stings. It burns. I thought I was done with him, until he showed up at my door, looking like a man who had nothing left to lose. I made a mistake, he says. I'll do whatever it takes to make it right. My heart stops. How dare he come back after everything? I should slam the door in his face. I should send him away, but, his eyes. I can't look away. I don't deserve forgiveness. Not yet. But I can feel it, it's about to make me regret everything. My pride? Gone in an instant. You don't get to just walk back into my life, James, I snap, my voice trembling. It takes a step forward. I never should have let you go, Emily. I'll prove it. The nerve. The audacity. It's asking me to trust him again. I don't need your promises. I need you to leave. But he stands there. Silent. Waiting. It's like he's daring me to push him away. I feel like I might break. I hate this. I hate how much I want to believe him. I hate how much I miss him. But I can't. I won't. This isn't over, he says, his voice soft but firm. And I realize, for the first time, I'm scared. What if it's right? What if it's really changed? It's still standing there. I want to scream at him, to tell him to leave, but I can't. The air is thick with everything unsaid. I watch him, feeling a mix of anger and disbelief. You had your chance, James, I say, but my voice cracks. He looks at me, his face soft, almost pleading. I never wanted to hurt you, Emily. I was a fool. I want to slap him. I want to run away, but instead, I stand there. You're a fool who broke my heart, I whisper, and I hate the way my chest tightens. His hand moves, like it's going to reach for me. I step back. Don't. My heart races, but I won't let him get close. I'm not here for apologies, I say, forcing the words out. I am here to fix this. To prove to you I can be the man you deserve, he says. His voice low and steady. His words sink in, and I feel something inside me tremble. You can't fix this, I snap. But he don't give up. Let me try. I want to scream at him, to push him away, but I can't. I look at him, feeling the weight of everything we've been through. The silence between us is suffocating. I turn to leave, but he steps in front of me, blocking my way. I'm not going anywhere, Emily. I'm not giving up. His words hang in the air, heavy, but I refuse to believe him. Not yet. Get out of my way, I tell him, my voice barely a whisper. I don't move. I look at him, and for the first time, I see the vulnerability in his eyes. It scares me. But I won't show him that. This is just a game to you, James. And I'm not playing anymore. I push past him, but as I step out the door, I hear him say, "You'll regret this, Emily. I'll make you see." I told you to stay away from me, I snap, slamming the door behind me. But my heart is racing. The nerve of him, standing there like nothing's changed. Like I'm supposed to just forgive and forget. I walk into my kitchen, trying to calm myself down, but the image of him, his eyes pleading, won't leave my mind. I take a deep breath, but it does nothing to stop the storm inside me. I'm not weak. I won't let him do this. He made his choice. And now it's my turn to make mine. But as I grab my phone, there is a knock at the door again. Damn it. I can't ignore him forever. I open the door, and there he is, standing in the hallway, looking like a man who's lost everything. I'm not going anywhere, Emily, he says, voice steady but desperate. Yeah, wait. As long as it takes. I want to tell him to leave, to shut the door and forget he ever existed. But I can't. Not when he's standing there, so vulnerable. You think you can just show up and fix everything? I ask, trying to sound as angry as I feel. I don't need you, James. The silence between us stretches for what feels like forever. E doente move. Then why does it hurt so much, eh? Finally says. His words hit me like a punch to the gut. I hate that he's right. I hate that I still feel something for him. But I can't let him see that. Not yet. I turn away, walking back to my living room, trying to keep my distance. Don't, I say, my voice breaking. Don't do this to me. It follows me inside. I'm not going anywhere, Emily. Not this time. I want to fight him, to push him away. But his words are a knife to my heart. And for the first time in months, I wonder if I made the wrong choice. What if I'm making a huge mistake? Is still standing in my living room, as if he belongs here. The silence hangs between us, thick and suffocating. I want to tell him to leave, but the words catch in my throat. I can't shake the feeling that Eve made a mistake, that maybe I never should have let him go. I pull my gaze away, trying to compose myself. Why are you here, James? I ask, my voice cold, though I can feel the heat rising in my chest. I told you, he says, stepping closer, I'm not going anywhere until we fix this. He made a mess of things, and I can't just walk away anymore. It's so damn calm. It infuriates me. You think a few words are enough? Do you think you can just show up and everything will be okay? The anger bubbles up inside me, a familiar fire, but it's not the only thing I feel. There is a part of me, the part one hate, that wants to believe him. But I can't let myself go there. I can't let myself be weak. I don't need your apology, James, I say, voice shaking despite myself. I need you to leave. Now. E doente move. He stands there, looking at me with those eyes that still make my heart race, even after everything. I can't leave, Emily, he says quietly, almost like a plea. Eve made so many mistakes, but I swear, ella fixed them. Ella make this right. I want to laugh. I want to cry. I want to scream. You can't fix this, I say, the words slipping out like poison. Bat is not backing down. I will, just give me a chance. His voice is soft, but there is a determination in it that I can't ignore. I hate how much it makes me want to believe him. But I can't. Not yet. As I turn to leave the room, I hear him call after me. Ella prove it, Emily. Ella show you I'm serious. My phone buzzes again. Eve ignored his texts all day, but the one I can't ignore is the one that says, we need to talk. I don't know what he expects from me anymore. I don't know what he expects. I'm angry, but underneath it all, I'm afraid. Afraid of letting him back in, afraid of the part of me that still wants him. I grab my keys and head out, too exhausted to stay inside, too terrified to face him. When I walk into the coffee shop, I spot him immediately. He's sitting by the window, watching me, like he's been waiting for this moment for hours. His face is calm, but there is something in his eyes that makes my pulse race. You came, he says softly. You said we need to talk, I reply, trying to keep my voice steady. But inside, everything is tumbling. I need you to understand something, he starts, looking at me like he's measuring each word. This isn't just about me making a mistake. It's about realizing how much I lost when I let you go. And I can't live with that. The words hit me like a slap. You can't just say things like that, James. You don't get to just, I know I don't get to just say things, he interrupts, his voice tight. But I can show you. I will show you. He leans in, his eyes never leaving mine. If you give me a chance, I'll prove to you that I can be the man you need. I want to scream at him, to tell him to stop, that he can't fix everything with promises. But I don't. I just sit there, frozen, too afraid to say anything. It's too close, and the words are already hanging between us, dangerous and impossible. I'm not letting you go again, Emily. His words are final, and I don't know how to answer. So I don't. Instead, I stand up and leave the coffee shop, my heart pounding in my chest. As I walk away, I feel him watching me, and a cold wave of doubt. Was he over me? What if I'm making a mistake by walking away? The text from James is waiting on my phone screen. I don't want to read it, but I do anyway. Asterisco, I'm not giving up on us. I'll be waiting for you when you're ready. Asterisco, I feel a strange tightness in my chest, a mix of anger and something else. Part of me wants to turn off my phone, throw it across the room, and forget about him. But I can't. I can't escape the way he makes me feel. I lock my phone and take a deep breath, trying to push the thoughts away. I need to move on. eBay already made my decision. I have to. Later that night, I'm at the grocery store, going through the aisles, trying to keep myself busy. My phone buzzes again. It's James. I stop, frozen in place. The message reads, Asterisco, please, Emily. Let me show you. eBay changed. Asterisco, I close my eyes. What is wrong with me? Why is he still doing this? I am about to block him when I hear footsteps. I turn, and there he is, standing at the end of the aisle. James. His presence fills the space, even from a distance. It looks different, more worn than I remember. But those eyes, they still pull me in. Emily, he says softly. I didn't expect to find you here. I want to run. I want to tell him to leave me alone, to walk away from this madness. But instead, I stand still. What are you doing here? I ask, my voice tight. Don't move. I was hoping I could talk to you. Just for a minute. I shake my head, furious at myself for feeling a twinge of longing. You've already said enough. But he don't back down. Please, he pleads. I keep waiting until you're ready to let me in again. I swallow hard, refusing to let the hope inside me rise. I turn to walk away, but I hear him say one last thing. Prove it, Emily. I swear. My hands tremble as I clutch my grocery bag. What am I supposed to do with this? My phone buzzes again, but I don't need to look at it. I know it's James. I'm tired of pretending it don't affect me. The constant pinging, the reminders of a love I'm trying so hard to bury. I clench my jaw and turn my phone face down on the counter. It's been 2 days since I saw him at the store, 2 days of silence, and I'm starting to wonder if I can really move on. But then my doorbell rings. I freeze. No. Not again. Not now. I walk to the door, my heart pounding, and open it without even checking through the peephole. It's him. Of course it is. His face is tired, but there is something more this time, something raw in the way he looks at me. Emily, I'm not going to leave until we talk, he says, his voice low and steady. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to listen to his excuses. But the way he's standing there, looking like he's about to crumble, makes something in me shift. You need to stop, I say, my voice shaking. This isn't just about you anymore. He don't answer right away. Instead, he steps forward, closing the distance between us. It's not just about me, Emily. It's about US Asterisco, about the chance we never got to have. I feel a lump rise in my throat. I want to scream at him to leave. But I can't. Not when he looks at me like that. Please, he whispers, almost pleading. Give me one more chance. Just one more. My mind is racing, but all I can hear is the thudding of my heart. I don't trust him. I can't. But the part of me that still loves him, the part I've been ignoring, is starting to break through. I can't, I say, but it don't feel like the truth anymore. He steps closer, his breath warm on my face. You don't have to say yes, he says softly. Just let me prove I'm worth it. I want to say no, I want to push him away. But as his hand reaches for mine, I hesitate. What if I'm making a mistake by shutting him out? His touch lingers on my skin, a whisper of warmth that makes everything inside me tremble. I want to pull away, to remind myself why I can't trust him. But I don't. Not yet. My breath catches as his fingers gently brush mine. Emily, he says, his voice barely above a whisper, I'm not asking for your forgiveness. I'm asking for a chance to prove I can be the man you need. My heart races. The words are there, right on the tip of my tongue. I want to tell him to leave, to stop this, to stop making me feel things I shouldn't. But I don't. I can't. I can't do this, James, I say, my voice shaking. You don't get to come back into my life like this. It's not fair. I don't step back. I don't move at all. I don't care what's fair. I care about you, he says. The sincerity in his voice sends a shock through me. But I know better than to believe it. You hurt me. You broke me, James, I reply, the anger rising in my chest. You don't just get to fix that with a few words. His eyes soften. I know, he admits. And I'm not asking for you to forgive me right now. I'm asking you to let me show you that I'm not that man anymore. I look at him, unsure of what to say. I can't deny the pull I feel toward him, but I can't let that control me. You've made your choice, I say quietly. And I've made mine. He steps closer, and for a moment, I think he's going to kiss me. But instead, he just looks at me, his gaze filled with something I can't quite name. I'm not giving up on us, Emily, he says softly. The words hit me like a blow to the chest. I want to believe him, but I know I can't. Not yet. As I walk away, I feel the weight of his eyes on me, and for the first time in days, I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. What if I'm letting him go for good, when maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't? It's been 3 days since I saw James last, and I can't shake the feeling that he's still close, still watching, still waiting. I try to keep my mind occupied, work, errands, anything to avoid thinking about him. But every time my phone buzzes, my heart skips. I don't want to care. I shouldn't take care. But I do. I'm sitting at my desk when I see the text come through. Asterisco, I need to talk to you, Emily. Please, asterisco, I stare at the screen for a long moment, trying to resist the pull. But something inside me cracks. I know I'm not ready for this. Not yet. But the thought of him, of what we were, keeps creeping back into my thoughts. I get up and leave the office, not sure where I am going, just that I need air, space to breathe. As I walk through the park near my building, I spot him. James is sitting on a bench, his face shadowed by the setting sun. The sight of him hits me like a punch in the stomach. How does he do this to me? How does he make everything feel so raw, so real? It stands when he sees me. Emily, he says softly, his voice low, filled with something I can't quite place. I need you to know how sorry I am and how much you've changed. I'm not the man I was before. I look at him, trying to keep my distance, but it's hard. His words are like a balm, soothing, but also making everything more complicated. You can't just expect me to forgive you, James, I say, my voice tight. It's not that simple. I know it's not. But I'm not asking for forgiveness, he says, stepping closer, his gaze intense. I'm asking for a chance. My pulse quickens. I want to turn away, to walk out of his life for good. But a part of me doesn't want to. A part of me wants to give in, to see where this could go. You don't deserve another chance, I whisper. But the words feel hollow. It's too close, too real. And when he reaches out to touch my arm, I don't pull away. I'll show you, he says quietly, and I wonder if I'm making the right choice by letting him in again. My heart is pounding in my chest as I stand in front of him, the distance between us shrinking with every breath. I told myself I wouldn't fall for his words, that I wouldn't let him back in, but here I am, standing in front of James again, his eyes full of determination, full of a promise he can't keep. You said you'd prove it, I remind him, trying to keep my voice steady, but I can hear the tremor. It reaches for my hand, and I don't pull away. Not yet. I will, Emily, he says, his voice low, filled with a raw sincerity. I'm not asking you to forgive me yet. I'm asking for your trust. Used a little of it. And I'll prove every day that I'm worthy of it. The words sting, but they also pull me in. I can't deny that a part of me still wants to believe him. You don't get to ask for my trust, I reply, my voice sharp, my heart still heavy. Trust isn't something you can just demand. You have to earn it. And that's, his eyes never leaving mine. Then let me show you. Let me prove it, he says quietly, stepping closer. The tension in the air is suffocating. And if I can't? I challenge, forcing the question out even though I already know the answer. If I can't prove it? James pauses for a moment, his gaze dropping to the ground before meeting my eyes again. Then you walk away. No more fighting for you if you don't want me. But I won't leave without knowing I tried. Without knowing I gave everything. His words hang in the air, heavy with meaning, and I feel the walls around my heart cracking. But I won't let him see it. Not yet. I turn and walk away, my thoughts a blur. And as I leave him standing there, I wonder, what if I've already made the biggest mistake of my life? It's been a week since I saw James, and everything inside me is a storm. I keep telling myself I'm fine, that I don't need him, but his words still echo in my mind. Let me prove it. I hate how much I want to believe him. Every time I close my eyes, I see his face, his eyes, full of hope, and I wonder if I made a mistake. I'm walking to my car, lost in my thoughts, when I hear a voice. Emily. I freeze. It's him. James is standing there, in the parking lot, as if he's been waiting for me. I didn't expect to see you here, I say, my voice tight, but I can't stop the flood of emotions. Why is he still doing this? Why is he still trying? It takes a step toward me, and I take one back. I told you, he says softly, I'm not giving up. Why? I ask, the question you've been avoiding. Why won't you just let me go? He doesn't answer right away. Instead, he steps closer, his eyes filled with something I can't quite name. Because I can't live with the idea that you hate me, that I lost you forever, he says. I don't want to lose you, Emily. Not again. His words hit me harder than I want to admit. I'm so close to giving in, to letting him back in, but I can't. You don't get to make those decisions, I snap, even though it feels like I'm the one losing control. Then tell me what I need to do, he says, his voice pleading now. Tell me, and you do it. I feel my heart tearing in two. I want to scream at him, tell him to leave, to never come back. But instead, I stand there, frozen, as he waits for my answer. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But I know this, I'm not ready to forgive him. Not yet. But as I turn to walk away, I hear him call my name. Emily, please. Don't walk away again. And for the first time, I wonder if I'll ever be able to walk away from him at all. The following days are a blur. I try to keep my distance from James, but somehow, we keep running into each other. It's like the universe is conspiring to push us together, and I hate it. My heart races every time I see him, even though I'm so sure that nothing can ever be the same between us again. I'm walking home from work when I see him outside my apartment building, leaning against the door. My stomach drops. I should walk away, ignore him, pretend like I don't feel the ache deep inside my chest. But I can't. Not when he's standing there, waiting, looking at me like I'm the only thing that matters. Emily, he says, his voice hoarse, like he hasn't slept in days. I've been waiting for you. James, I say, trying to keep my voice steady, but it falters anyway. I told you not to do this. I'm not ready. I know, he replies quietly, but there is a look in his eyes that makes my breath hitch. But I'm not giving up on us. Do you think I can just walk away from what we had? From what I still feel for you? I want to tell him to leave, to push him. I weigh and move on. I've spent so long rebuilding myself, trying to forget everything that's happened between us. But his words pull at something deep inside me. I'm not ready to trust him again, but the pain of letting go feels worse than anything else. I don't know what you want from me, I say, my voice breaking. I don't know if I can trust you again. He steps closer, and I feel the heat from his body. I'm asking for your trust, Emily. Just a little. And you prove that I'm worth it. I want to turn away, but I don't. I can't. You don't deserve my trust, I whisper, but even I can hear the doubt in my voice. I'll earn it, he says softly, and for the first time in a long while, I wonder if I'm ready to let him. As I look into his eyes, I feel that familiar pull, but I can't ignore the fear inside me. What if I'm making a mistake? What if trusting him means losing myself again? The next few days pass in a haze, and I can feel myself breaking down. I told myself I would stay strong, but every time I see James, something inside me shifts. I try to ignore it, focus on work, on anything that will keep me from feeling the pull. But it's impossible. I can't outrun the feelings it's brought back to life, the ones I buried so long ago. Then, one evening, I receive a call from an unknown number. My heart skips. It's him. Emily, James says, his voice calm but urgent. We need to talk. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep waiting and pretending that nothing has changed. I take a deep breath, trying to control the panic rising in my chest. I want to say no, to hang up, to walk away. But instead, I hear myself saying, where are you? I'm outside. I wait for you. The moment I hang up, I know I'm not ready for this. But I don't have a choice. I can't ignore him any longer. When I step outside, James is standing by his car, looking like he hasn't slept in days. His face is a mix of exhaustion and determination, and I feel the tug again, that weight in my chest that won't let me go. You don't have to do this, James, I say, my voice shaking. You don't have to keep coming after me. I can't stop, Emily, he replies, stepping closer. I can't stop loving you, no matter how much I mess up. I made mistakes, but I'm not giving up. I want to scream at him, to tell him to go away, that it's too late. But I can't. I'm not ready for this, but I also don't know if I ever will be. I'm not asking for forgiveness, he says softly, his hand reaching for mine. I'm asking for one last chance. I stare at his hand, the gap between us growing wider by the second. Can I really do this? Can I trust him again? His hand is still there, just a breath away from mine, and my pulse is thundering in my ears. I should walk away, I should turn around and leave him standing there, waiting for something I can't give. But instead, I stand frozen, caught between the anger I've been holding onto and the yearning that I've been hiding from. I'm not asking for forgiveness, Emily, James says softly, his voice thick with something I can't place. I'm asking for a chance. Just one. His words hit me like a wave, crashing over the walls I've built around myself. I want to scream, to push him away, but I can't. The desperation in his eyes, it's pulling me in. I've seen this side of him before, but I don't know if I can trust it this time. You had your chance, I say, my voice trembling. You can't just come back into my life and expect everything to be okay. He steps closer, so close I can feel the warmth radiating from his body, and I fight the urge to take a step back. I don't expect it to be easy, he says, his voice low, arrogant. But I'm willing to fight for it. For you. And you keep fighting, no matter what. My mind is a mess. I want to say no, I want to tell him to leave and never come back. But deep down, I know it's not that simple. I can't do this again, I whisper, but even as I say the words, I know they're not true. It takes my hand, gently this time, and I don't pull away. You don't have to do it alone. He says, his voice a quiet promise. Let me in, Emily. I close my eyes, torn between the part of me that wants to run and the part that's been longing for this moment. But as I open my eyes and meet his gaze, I know I have a choice to make. And I'm scared. Because what if letting him in means losing myself again? He's still holding my hand, and I don't want to pull away, but I have to. I can't keep doing this. Not like this. His touch, warm and steady, is making everything inside me shift, making everything I've worked so hard to keep buried start to surface. I can't afford to let him back in. I can't. I'm not going anywhere, James says, his voice steady but full of something I don't know how to handle. You can push me away all you want, Emily, but I'm not leaving. He tried to pull my hand free, but he holds it tighter, not letting go. I'm frustrated. Angry. Confused. I don't need you, James, I snap, trying to force my voice to be cold, but it's shaking. You don't get to come back into my life and expect everything to be fine. His face softens, and I can see the hurt in his eyes, but I can't give in to it. I don't expect everything to be fine. I'm just asking you to trust me again. Please. I feel the tears threatening, but I won't dare let them fall. Not now. Not when Eve worked so hard to build my life without him. I don't trust you, James, I say, barely above a whisper. The words feel like a betrayal, even though I know they're true. He steps closer, and I step back, not sure how much farther I can go without falling apart. Then let me earn it, he says, his voice low, like he's begging. I open my mouth to say something, but no words come out. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to fix what's broken between us. Just then, my phone buzzes in my pocket. I glance down, and my stomach drops. It's a message from someone I never expected to hear from. It's a warning. A secret I didn't know I was about to uncover. Who is it? James asks, his eyes narrowing. I look at the screen. My heart racing, and for the first time, I feel like Eve just opened a door I can't close. What if this message changes everything? My hands shake as I stare at the message on my phone. It's from an unknown number, and it reads, Asterisco, I know what you're about to do. Don't trust him. Is not who he says he is, Asterisco, I can barely breathe as the words swim before my eyes. Who is this? What does this mean? My heart races, and I can feel the panic rising in my chest. I'm on the edge, teetering between trust and betrayal, between believing in James and questioning everything I thought I knew about him. Emily, that's wrong. Camille's voice pulls me back to reality. Didn't they even realize he had moved closer? Is standing in front of me now, his expression a mix of concern and confusion. I try to hide my fear, my uncertainty. Nothing, I say quickly, but the words sound hollow, even to me. I'm fine. He looks at me, searching my face, and I can see that he doesn't believe me. Emily, you're shaking. Talk to me. His hand reaches out to touch mine, but I pull away before he can. I just got a message, I murmur, still staring at the screen, unable to look away. What message? He asks, his voice soft but insistent. I can't, I stop myself. I can't tell him about the warning. I don't know if I should. James takes a step closer, his voice low, desperate. Emily, please. Whatever it is, you can tell me. The walls inside me are crumbling. I'm fighting the urge to trust him again, to believe in him. But everything inside me is telling me to run, to walk away before it's too late. But the message lingers in my mind. Asterisk, don't trust him. I look at James, and for the first time, I wonder, what if this time is not the man I thought he was? The weight of the message still hangs heavy in the air, and I can feel the tension in my chest tightening with every breath. James is standing in front of me, waiting for me to speak, but I don't know what to say. How do I explain the warning, the doubt creeping into my mind? I don't trust myself right now, and that scares me. More than anything. Emily, James says softly, his voice breaking through my silence. Please, just talk to me. I don't know what's going on, but I need to know. You can tell me anything. I can't meet his eyes. If I do, I know I'll fall into him again, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. I don't know what to believe anymore, I whisper, my voice shaking. He steps closer, his gaze unwavering. You don't have to believe everything you hear, Emily. You know me. You know who I am. I want to scream at him. I want to push him away, to keep him at arm's length. But it's so hard. His words, his presence, it's like he's the only thing I've ever known. The man I once loved. The man I thought I could trust. I want to trust you, I say, barely audible, but I don't know if I can anymore. James' face softens, and I see the pain in his eyes, the raw honesty that I've been searching for. I know I hurt you. I know I made mistakes, but I swear to you, Emily, I will prove I'm not that man. Won't they give up on us? I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel. I feel so lost in this moment, caught between what was and what could be. But just as I think I'm about to say something, my phone buzzes again. Another message. My stomach drops. This time, it's from someone I didn't expect. someone who has secrets of their own. The message is simple, but it chills me to the bone. Asterisco, don't trust him. The truth is coming. Asterisco. James looks at me, sensing something has shifted. What is it, Emily? He asks, his voice tense. I glance up at him, my heart pounding in my chest. And for the first time, I wonder, what if everything Eve believed about him is a lie? The silence between us is deafening. James is standing there, waiting for me to respond, but I'm frozen. The message on my phone keeps replaying in my mind. Asterisco, don't trust him. The truth is coming. Asterisco. The weight of it is suffocating, and I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of doubt. I glance up at James, his face full of concern, but also confusion. Emily, he says softly, what's going on? That's wrong. I want to tell him, to ask him about the message, to demand the truth. But I can't bring myself to do it. Not yet. Part of me still wants to believe in him, in us. But the other part is terrified of what the truth might mean. I swallow hard and try to steady my breath. It's nothing, I lie, forcing a weak smile. I'm just overthinking things. Edoente by it. His eyes narrow slightly, as if he's trying to read me, trying to see past the walls Eve built up. Emily, he says again, his voice quiet but insistent, you don't have to carry this on your own. You can talk to me. I shake my head, stepping back. No, I stop myself, realizing I'm not sure what I'm saying. I don't know how to explain this, how to make sense of it all. The message, the doubts, the part of me that still wants him. He steps forward, closer, and I don't move away. Emily, please. I'm not going anywhere, he says, his voice pleading. I can't change what happened in the past, but I'm not giving up on you. My heart is pounding in my chest. I don't know what to do, what to say. The tension is unbearable. I don't know if I can trust you again, I whisper, the words coming out before I can stop them. The words hang between us like a weight. James' expression falters, and I see the flicker of hurt in his eyes. I show you, he says, his voice barely a whisper. Just give me a chance. I don't answer. Instead, I turn away, my mind reeling with questions. What if the message is right? What if everything I thought I knew about him was a lie? The air between us is thick with unspoken words, the weight of the silence pressing on me. James' eyes are still on me, that same look of longing, but also of something deeper, something raw. I can feel my resolve weakening with every passing second. I told myself I wasn't going to fall for him again, that I'd never make the same mistake twice. But here I am, standing in front of him, unable to decide what to do next. I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this, Emily, he says, his voice barely above a whisper. The vulnerability in his tone makes my chest tighten. I don't know how to show you that I'm serious about making things right. I step back, trying to distance myself from the pull I feel toward him. I need to be strong. I need to stay in control. But I can't ignore the ache in my chest. You don't get to just say that, James. You've already proven you can't be trusted. You've broken me before. I know, he replies, and there's a tremor in his voice now. I'm sorry. But I've changed. I'm not the same person I was before. Then show me, I challenge, my voice shaking with frustration. Prove it. His eyes widen slightly, as if he wasn't expecting me to say that. I will. Just give me a chance. I'll do anything to earn your trust again. I stare at him for a long moment, my heart warring with my mind. I want to believe him. God, I do. But I can't. Not until I know for sure that this is real, that I won't end up hurt again. Just as I open my mouth to speak, my phone buzzes in my pocket. I glance at it quickly, my breath catching in my throat. The message is from the same number as before. Asterisco, I warned you. The truth is about to come out. Asterisco. James notices my reaction and steps closer, his voice tense. What is it, Emily? What did they say? I don't answer. I just look at him, my heart racing. What truth is about to come out, and how will it change everything between us? The silence between us is suffocating. My hand is still holding my phone, the message from the unknown number still flashing on the screen. Asterisco, the truth is about to come out. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest as I stare at it. What truth? What does this person know? And more importantly, what does it mean for me, for James, for everything we've been through? I look up at James, but I can't read his face. His expression is a mask, concerned, yet distant, like he's waiting for me to make the next move. But I'm frozen. The doubt, the fear, the panic is all too much to process in this moment. What is it, Emily? His voice is urgent now, like is finally sensing the shift in me, in us. What's going on? What's that? I bite my lip, fighting back the storm of emotions. I want to tell him, to ask him if he knows anything about this. But how can I trust him? How can I trust anyone? It's nothing, I lie, my voice shaking despite my best efforts. But James steps closer, not buying it. Emily, you're not being honest with me. His voice softens, like he's trying to reach me, trying to break through the walls they built. You don't have to carry this alone. Whatever it is, we can face it together. The words sting, but they also warm me. I hate how badly I want to believe him. I hate how much I want to let him in, to believe that he's telling the truth. I don't respond. Instead, I look at the message again. The words are still there, staring back at me. I can't shake the feeling that everything is about to change, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. The phone buzzes again. Another message. This time, it's from a name I do recognize. What the hell is this, Emily? The text reads. I freeze, my heart skipping a beat. What is happening? The phone slips from my hand, hitting the floor with a dull thud, but I barely notice. My heart is racing as I stare at the screen, the message from my old friend glaring back at me. Asterisk, what the hell is this, Emily? The question lingers in the air, hanging between James and me like a bomb ready to explode. James is standing in front of me, but I'm not really seeing him anymore. I can feel my hands trembling as I bend down to pick up the phone. The new message is from Sarah, my best friend, someone I've known for years. But why is she sending me this now? What does she know? I look up at James, and his expression has shifted. It's subtle, but I can see the tension in his jaw, the way his hands ball into fists at his sides. Emily, he says, his voice sharp, what's going on? What's that? I want to tell him. I want to explain everything, but the truth feels so much more complicated than I ever imagined. It's Sarah, I say quietly, my voice barely. Evada whisper. She says, asking about something. About what? He presses, his eyes narrowing slightly. The intensity in his gaze is unsettling, like he's trying to read me, trying to force the truth out of me. I swallow hard, fighting the urge to turn away, to hide everything I'm feeling. I take a deep breath. I don't know, I lie, feeling my stomach twist. Before I can say anything more, my phone buzzes again, and I freeze. Another message. Asterisco, I know what you did, Emily. The truth always comes out. Asterisco. James takes a step toward me, his voice softer but no less urgent. Emily, please. What's going on? I look at him, my mind reeling. What if I'm wrong about everything? What if the truth really is something I can't handle? The silence between us is deafening. My phone is still in my hand, the screen lighting up with another message. I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending I'm fine. The truth is, I'm terrified. What if everything Eve believed about James is a lie? What if the warning is real? I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff, and I don't know if I'm about to fall or if I can still step back. James is watching me, waiting for me to respond. Emily, he says, his voice low but urgent, please. Whatever this is, we can handle it together. I can feel my pulse racing, my thoughts swirling. I want to trust him. I want to believe that he's changed, that he's not the man who hurt me. But what if I'm wrong? What if I'm just setting myself up for another heartbreak? I don't know what to do anymore, I say, my voice barely a whisper. I don't know if I can keep doing this. His face softens, and he steps closer, reaching out for my hand. you don't have to figure it all out alone. Let me help you. I pull my hand away, the uncertainty coursing through me. But can I trust you? I ask, the words heavy in the air. Can I really trust you this time? James doesn't answer right away. His gaze locks onto mine, and I see something in his eyes, something raw, something vulnerable. I know I've let you down before. But I'm asking for your trust, Emily. Please. Just one more chance. I want to say yes. I want to step forward and let him in, to believe that things can be different. But I can't. Not yet. Just as I turn away, my phone buzzes again. It's another message. This time, it's from someone I never thought I'd hear from. Someone who knows more than they should. Asterisco, the truth will come out soon. Don't let him fool you. Asterisco, my stomach drops. What if he'd been wrong all along? The message from Sarah still burns in my mind, the words haunting me as I stand in front of James. I want to believe him, I really do, but the doubts are swirling in my head like a storm. Asterisk, don't let him fool you, the words echo in my mind, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. James is watching me, his face tight with concern. Emily, he says, his voice full of urgency, what's going on? That's the message. I look at him, torn between what I want to believe and what I'm afraid to accept. It's nothing, I lie, forcing the words out, trying to keep my emotions in check. But even I can hear the tremor in my voice. Don't lie to me, James presses, stepping closer. I can see it. You're scared. What are you afraid of, Emily? What's happening? I step back, my breath shallow. I don't know who to trust anymore, I admit, my voice breaking. I'm scared that eBay made a mistake. That everything I thought was real, isn't it? It reaches for my hand, and for a moment, I almost let him take it. But I pull away, not ready to give in. What if you're not who you say you are? I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. James freezes, his expression flickering with hurt. I am who I say I am, Emily. eBay made mistakes, but I'm not hiding anything from you. You have to believe me. But I don't know if I can anymore. The weight of the unknown is pressing on me, threatening to pull me under. I feel trapped, caught between what I want and what I'm afraid of. As I look into his eyes, I realize I don't have an answer. But one thing is clear, the truth is still out there, and it's only a matter of time before it comes crashing down. And when it does, will I still be standing beside him, or will everything fall apart? The room feels smaller with every breath I take, the air thick with uncertainty. I'm standing here with James, the words I need to say caught in my throat. The message from Sarah, the warning, is still burning in my mind. But what if it's not the truth? What if this is just another obstacle, another misunderstanding? I want to trust him, I want to believe that he's changed, but the fear keeps creeping back. James is watching me, waiting. Is so close, his presence undeniable. Emily, he says softly, almost pleading, talk to me. I know something's wrong. I can see it in your eyes. Please, just tell me what's going on. I look at him, my heart hammering in my chest. I want to tell him, I want to ask him everything I've been holding back. But I'm afraid. Afraid that asking the wrong questions will push him further away. I don't know what to believe anymore, I admit, the words slipping out before I can stop them. I got a message. From someone I trust. And they said, I pause, swallowing the lump in my throat. They said you're not who you say you are. The silence that follows is deafening. I see the shock in James' eyes, and then the hurt. Emily, I swear to you, eBay never lied to you. Not about this. I'm not hiding anything. I shake my head, unsure of what to do. How do I know that? I ask, my voice cracking. How do I know what's real anymore? His face softens, and he steps forward again, his hand reaching for mine. You have to trust me, Emily. eBay made mistakes, but I'm asking for a chance to make it right. But just as I start to give in, my phone buzzes again. I glance down. Another message. This one from an unknown number. Asterisco, the truth will come out. It's just a matter of time, asterisco my heart drops. What is happening? And more importantly, what does this mean for us? The message from the unknown number is still glowing on my phone, a constant reminder of the uncertainty gnawing at me. James is standing right in front of me, his gaze intense, waiting for me to make a decision. But how can I? Every part of me wants to trust him, to believe that this time is different, but the fear that something is hidden from me keeps holding me back. Emily, he says softly, his voice filled with raw emotion, I'm not hiding anything from you. You have to believe that. I look at him, struggling to keep the walls they built up intact. How can I believe you? He asks, my voice tight. How do I know you're not lying to me again? James takes a step closer, his hand hovering near mine, but he don't touch me. It's like he's waiting for me to make the choice. I can't undo the past, but I'm here now. I'm telling you the truth. You can trust me. I want to believe him. God, I do. But every fiber of my being is screaming that I'm about to make another mistake. What if it's too late? I whisper. His eyes search mine, desperate. It's never too late, Emily. I swear. I fight for you. I fight for us. I want to push him away, to run and forget all of this, but I don't. I can't. The part of me that loves him is still here, still fighting against the fear. Before I can respond, my phone buzzes again. This time, it's a new message. Asterisco is lying, Emily. I know the truth. I prove it to you, asterisco my breath catches in my throat. Who is sending these messages? What do they know? James notices my sudden change in demeanor. Emily, what is it? Who is it? He asks, his voice sharp now, sensing the shift. I look at him, but I don't know what to say. The truth is still out there, and I don't know if I'm ready to face it yet. But I know one thing, the next few moments could change everything. What if this time, the truth isn't what I want it to be? The message from the unknown number stares back at me, burning through the screen. Asterisco I know the truth, the words are like a slap to my face, and I can feel my heart beating in my ears. I look up at James, his face filled with confusion and concern. Emily, what's going on? Who's it? I want to tell him, but I don't know what to say. Who can I trust anymore? What if this message is the truth, the one thing you've been too afraid to face? I try to keep my voice steady, but the fear is leaking through. It's nothing, I say, forcing the words out like a lie. Just someone I know. James Doente looked convinced. He steps closer, his eyes searching mine, trying to understand. Emily, he says quietly, his voice full of raw emotion, please. Talk to me. What's going on? I swallow hard, trying to push the knot of panic out of my throat. I want to tell him the whole truth, to confess everything. But what if it changes everything between us? What if I can't handle the consequences of the truth? I don't know who to trust anymore, I admit, my voice cracking. I don't know what to believe. This message, it's like everything is falling apart, and I don't know what's real anymore. His face softens, and for a moment, I see the man I fell in love with. Emily, I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You have to trust me. I look at him, feeling my resolve weakening. His words are like a lifeline, but I can't let myself believe them. Not yet. I want to trust you, I whisper, but I don't know if I can. The words hang between us, heavy with everything left unsaid. The silence stretches, thick and suffocating. And just as I think I can't take it anymore, the phone buzzes again. The message is from Sarah. Asterisco I have proof. You're being lied to, asterisco I freeze. What is happening? And who is telling the truth? The message from Sarah burns in my mind, but I can't focus on it. Not right now. James is still standing in front of me, his gaze full of expectation, full of something I can't quite place. Emily, he says softly, his voice trembling, please, tell me what's going on. You don't have to do this alone. I want to scream at him, to tell him everything, but the words don't come. The weight of the unknown is too much. I'm stuck, caught in a whirlwind of doubt and fear. I don't know who to trust, I say, the words barely leaving my lips. I don't know what's real anymore. He steps closer, his voice desperate now. You don't have to choose between us, Emily. I swear, I'm telling you the truth. You can trust me. You have to trust me. I feel the pressure building inside me, the conflict between what I want to believe and what I fear is the truth. But how can I choose when the truth keeps shifting, when I don't even know who's telling it? I want to trust you, James, I whisper, my voice breaking. But I don't know if I can. His face hardens for a split second, but then it softens again. I'll prove it to you, he says firmly. I'll do whatever it takes. Just don't shut me out. Before I can respond, my phone buzzes again, the screen lighting up with another message. Asterisco, the truth is closer than you think, Emily. Are you ready to face it? Asterisco, I freeze. This isn't just about James anymore. This is about something bigger, something that could destroy everything I thought I knew. James sees my reaction, his concern deepening. Emily, who is it? What does it say? I don't know what to say. I can feel the walls eBay built slowly crumbling. The truth is closer than ever, but I'm not sure I'm ready to face it. Not yet. The buzz of my phone breaks the silence, and for a moment, I think about ignoring it. But I can't. I glance down at the screen. The message is from Sarah, and my heart skips a beat. Asterisco is not telling you everything, Emily. I know more than you think, Asterisco. I feel a wave of panic rise within me. My hands tremble as I hold the phone, and I look at James. He's watching me closely, waiting for me to say something, anything. But the truth feels too heavy, too suffocating. I swallow hard, trying to calm myself. It's just Sarah, I say, my voice shaky. She's just worried about me. James doente by it. Emily, something's wrong. I can see it. You're holding something back. Please, tell me. I want to tell him, I want to confess everything, but I can't bring myself to do it. The weight of his eyes on me makes my chest tighten. He's asking for my trust, but I'm not sure I can give it to him. Not yet. I can't, I whisper. I don't know who to trust anymore. He steps forward, reaching for my hand. You can trust me, Emily. I'm not hiding anything from you. I swear. But I can't shake the feeling that something is off. The doubts, the messages, it's all adding up to something I don't fully understand. I wish I could, I say, pulling my hand away. I really do. James looks at me, his face filled with pain, and I see the walls around him crumble just a little. Then let me show you, he says, his voice barely above a whisper. I want to say yes, I want to believe him. But the uncertainty is still there, eating away at me. And then, as if the universe is confirming my worst fears, my phone buzzes again. This time, it's from a new number. The message reads, Asterisco, you're about to find out the truth, Emily. Are you ready? Asterisco, I freeze. What is going on? And who can I trust now? My heart is pounding in my chest as I stare at the new message. Asterisk, you're about to find out the truth, Emily. Are you ready? Asterisco, the words seem to mock me, their meaning heavy with implication. I feel the weight of everything crashing down on me, the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty. I look up at James, trying to steady my breath. His eyes are filled with concern, but also something else. Something deeper. Emily, please, he says, his voice gentle but firm. What's going on? You're acting like you're about to fall apart. Talk to me. I can't. Not yet. Not when I don't even know what the truth is anymore. I look at my phone again, my hands trembling. The message is from someone I've never heard of, but it feels like the final piece of a puzzle I've been trying to put together. I don't know what to believe anymore, I whisper, more to myself than to James. I don't know if I can trust you, if I can trust anyone. James takes a step closer, his face softening with hurt. Emily, he says, reaching out for me, I'm not hiding anything from you. Please, let me show you the truth. I want to prove it to you. I take a deep breath, but the weight of his words only adds to the pressure building inside me. Can I really trust him? Can I believe anything he says? Before I can respond, my phone buzzes again. I glance down at it, my stomach twisting. Dime, the message is. From Sarah, asterisco it's all a lie, Emily. He's been hiding things from you. I can prove it, asterisco I freeze. My blood runs cold. What does Sarah know? What is the truth? James notices the change in me, his expression sharpening with suspicion. Emily? What's happening? He asks, his voice full of urgency. I don't know what to say. The truth is unraveling before me, but I'm not sure I'm ready to face it. Not yet. The silence hangs between us, heavy and thick, as I stare at James. The truth is finally clear, but it's still hard to fully accept. The messages, the doubt, the fear, they were all parts of the bigger picture. Ibe spent so much time running from what I felt, afraid of the consequences. But now, I can see it for what it is. James takes a step closer, his eyes pleading. Emily, I need you to know that everything Ibe said, everything Ibe done, it's all for you. Ibe been trying to make up for my mistakes, trying to prove to you that I'm worth your trust. I swallow hard, feeling the weight of his words sinking. Ibe wanted to believe him all along, but the fear has always held me back. Now, as I look into his eyes, I feel something shift. Something finally clicks. I know you've made mistakes, James, I say, my voice steady but soft, but so have I. Ibe been afraid of trusting you, of letting go of the past. But I can't keep holding on to the fear. He reaches for my hand, his touch gentle, hesitant. I don't pull away this time. Instead, I let myself feel the warmth of his hand against mine. I'm sorry for everything, he says, his voice breaking. I don't want to lose you. Please, let me prove that I'm not the man who hurt you anymore. The walls I've built crumble, piece by piece, until all that's left is the truth between us. The fear still lingers, but it's not as strong as it was before. I look at James, and for the first time in a long while, I know I'm ready. I'm ready, I whisper, to take that chance. With you. He smiles, a genuine, relieved smile, and pulls me into his arms. The fear, the doubt, it fades away, replaced by something new. Something real. For the first time, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And maybe, just maybe, this is where we can finally begin again.